Hello guys, welcome back to our channel RK Data Labs. Today we are going to see our fresh and new topic, Python. So we all know about Python. It's a beautiful programming language, robust programming language, and we all know how to install Python. And then we are going to follow each and every steps, like how do we learn variables, how to write a function, and everything that you want to do. So let's go on. So first we will understand like what is the basic necessity of why we are going for Python, and also we'll see like what are all the features of Python. So obviously it's very easy to learn and read, so you don't want to worry about anything like syntax or something like that. Whenever you have any good knowledge in English, it's very easy to read and learn it. And then it's a completely open source, so you don't want to worry about paying the software, so you can just simply go to Python website and download it with free of cost. And then you can use it and reuse various libraries and frameworks. So in fact, like like pandas and anacondas and djangos, there are like a lot of frameworks which are there. So how you can actually use these softwares, that we are going to discuss detailedly in our upcoming videos. So it's very easy to reuse these libraries in our upcoming modules. And then there is a large community which is being available for Python developers. So whenever any support or anything required from the community, we can just reach out to them. And then obviously easily automate our day-to-day tasks. Let's say like whenever you have to write any program to clear the log files, which is generating about 1 GB daily, you don't want to worry about it. Just write a basic Python function, it just simply completes all its tasks. So of course, yes, so there are like a lot of GUIs are available, like graphical user interfaces, where you want to develop. Python is an easy language that you can develop. And then there are like a couple of things that you can easily use with respect to Python programming language. Absolutely, it's very easy and free open source software. Now we are going to see like how we can install and download all the softwares. So we are going to see two things. One is how to install Python and how to install PyCharm now. So now simply go to type Python download in the web browser, so you will be able to redirect to Python website. Now here you want to download the latest version, so obviously it is downloading for the Windows. So I'm just trying to download the Python version here. Yes, it is trying to download this, and it is also telling like what are all the things which is having here. So now I'm going to Windows, just go here and I'm just clicking here. Alright, so we have like everything here. So we want to have an exe format. So now what we can do, we want to select like it is a executable package 64-bit. So I'm just trying to do this. Let it go. So once it is obviously completed, what we are going to do, we can just simply execute this file and you can just simply install the Python accordingly. So I'm just going to simply run the exe file. So it is asking me to install Python here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to install now. And of course, don't forget about this add python.exe to path, and then you try to install the Python. So it will ask you like necessarily all the necessary basic setup and configurations. So try to complete all these things. So today we are going to set up the basic installation and configuration of how we are going to set up the Python programming language in our Windows machine. So now we are going to the first step. So we are just launching our Python code here. It is trying to complete almost. So please ensure that you are installing your respective 32-bit or 64-bit executable package as per the machine requirements. Now, yes, it is done. So we have completed the Python installation here. So what we are going to do, simply we can check like whether it is installed correctly or not. Alright, so what I'm going to do, simply launching the application. So I can just simply check, so the version which I have simply installed is a 3.12.1. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just simply going to print. It has printed the variable with the value. So now, since now it's an easy way to install the Python, so irrespectively you don't want to worry about anything like Java, Scala or any other programming language, it's very absolutely easy to download this software in your local Windows machine. Here we go. Next, so what we are going to do, so we want to work out with couple of examples, with samples, right? So what we are going to do now, we want to download an IDE for our working environment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download the PyCharm. So PyCharm is basically, it's an IDE as like Eclipse and many more. So basically, now what we are going to do is to download the PyCharm IDE. So PyCharm IDE is basically, it's a beautiful IDE environment where we can write like couple of good examples in Python. So what I'm going to do, simple. So there are like two different options will be available. One is the PyCharm Professional, and if you go to the bottom, you will be able to see the Community Edition. So which is absolutely built on open source. And if you see the Professional, it is 30-day trial pack where you don't want to worry about it. Simply go here and download this exe file. So I'm just going to download this PyCharm exe file. Alright, so now we are able to get the PyCharm software downloaded from the website. So now we are able to see this. So now I'm just going here and I'm just going to download the software again. I'm just going to execute this software from my local machine. So I basically prefer PyCharm over like any other IDEs for Python software, because PyCharm is moreover integrated and it's also very easy to interact with Python applications. So that's why I was able to tell that PyCharm is very easy and user friendly to install the software in your local machine. So now the space is also very less here. Also I'm just able to install the software now. So it may take a while to complete it. So today we are coming up with some basic installation and setup and all the necessary details for next Python modules to prepare in our upcoming videos. So this is a basic thing that we want to complete in our local machine. So I want you guys to also complete the necessary installation in your local machine as well. So now while we install this, and once it is getting completed, we will also see like how we can able to create one dummy project, so that like that project can be further used for creating a couple of modules. That's it. So we have completed the basic installation of PyCharm accordingly. So now I'm just going to run my application in PyCharm. So basically what it will try to do, it will open the PyCharm IDE accordingly, and we may able to see some basic setups over here. So this is the Python environment where we can see the application by just printing whether variable is printing or not. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to run the Python here, PyCharm. So it is automatically open. So I am able, there is already a previous version which is available. Still I can able to configure the same one, or else you can just go to the next configuration as per the requirement from your local machine. So now it is trying to get all the necessary configurations from my local machine, and then it is trying to open the PyCharm accordingly. So please confirm that the agreement and then try to continue it. So it is all the basic necessary steps whenever a software is getting downloaded as per the SLA. Yes, so now we are able to see like couple of good options here. I'm just trying to click on new project. So it is asking me the project name and everything. So what I'm going to give, I'm just going to give me test project. Alright, so I'm just going to create it. So no other further setup has been required necessarily. It will successfully create the project that we are going to work in our day-to-day activities in our upcoming videos. So now if we can able to see here, it is taking all the necessary virtual environment steps and all those things. So you can just right away see that in the left side of the project explorer, you can see the test project has been created, and inside that there will be a Python file will also be created by default. So now we are able to see that. So let it complete. So it is just creating the VE virtual environment and then updating the interpreter paths as well. Yes, here we go. So now if you click here, you have a folder called variable environment, and inside that there are like couple of things, scripts, and there are like all these executable versions will be available. And if you click here, all the virtual environment Python will be available. So if you want to create a Python file, we are necessarily able to create the Python file inside the scripts, not under the library lib folder. Okay, so please ensure that we are creating the Python script inside scripts folder. So once the installation in your machine has been completed. So here we go. So today we have seen the installation and all the basic necessary configuration setup. So in my next video, we will be covering all the necessary variable, all the like how to write a basic function, and also how to assign a variable in Python using PyCharm IDE. So thanks for watching this video.